So form an orderly queue to hear the triumph of Hugh Bonneville!
Oh, Hugh Bonneville! Hugh Bonneville, a.k.a. the only national treasure who's not in Traitors, tonight on BBC One at 9 o'clock. You've just been talk sported, Hugh.
I have. I was very nervous because I'm not a great sports aficionado, and so I said, please don't get me onto football because I won't recognise anybody you're talking about.
Right.
And so we were talking about my book, which is based in South East London, and Andy on TalkSport came up with a fact about the golf club in Blackheath. A, I didn't know there was a golf club in Blackheath, but B, there is a secret tunnel apparently in the clubhouse that goes from Blackheath to Eltham, which is a heck of a long way. And that's going to be quite useful for my second book. So I got a bit of a tip from TalkSport.
And is that something to do with the war?
That I don't know. He didn't go into details, but he was quite proud of knowing the fact.
All right, because there's a famous pub, the Grenadier in Belgravia. Have you been to the Grenadier?
No.
Honestly, what a pub. One of the great pubs in the world. And the Grenadier was often used as the officers' mess for the Duke of Wellington and Apsley House.
Oh, and the barracks are quite nearby as well, aren't they?
Yeah, so Apsley House is number one London by Hyde Park Corner. You know that big house there?
Yeah.
That's Apsley House. And there is a tunnel from Apsley House to that pub for security reasons.
Oh, for security.
Tunnels! You should be the Tunnel King.
Tunnel King, I love that.
You need to get there before Joanna Lumley does, because she'll be doing it otherwise. She was on the show on Friday. She's written a great book, by the way. This book is fantastic. Hugh Bonneville's first outing as a children's author, Rory Sparkes. So I started reading it yesterday, and I thought this is going to be a quickie, half an hour, 45 minutes. I'll get through this. 2 hours later, I'm still in the thick of it. It was a great book, man.
Oh, thank you.
It's proper characters. You've got your lovables, you've got your potentially redemption stories going on there, you've got the circus going on there, you've got I was reading this. It's the first kids' book I've ever said. Tash was like in the kitchen. She's getting the dinner ready, and I'm saying, "Babe, listen to this," because she's under the cosh at the moment. With the kids because they are driving her insane. And then you do that whole sequence about siblings just kicking each other under the table just because they're bored.
Yes.
Then mum and dad have got to pick up the pieces, and then it ends up with a sledgehammer through a plate glass window.
Yes, unfortunately,
because Rory wants to murder his sister because that's how kids feel.
Well, do you know, I was doing an event in a school a couple of days ago, and there were 200 little darlings there from years 3 and 4, and I said, has anyone here got an annoying sibling, a brother or sister who drives them nuts?
Yes.
And virtually every single hand went up. It was quite funny.
Oh gosh. So Rory's the sort of star of the piece. It's called Rory Sparkes and the Elephant in the Room, and there's an actual elephant in the room. Starts off outside the window.
Yes.
Where's the elephant from?
The elephant is from the circus, and this is largely based on when I was a kid growing up in South East London, and the circus used to come to the Blackheath and park up for several weeks, and the kids from the school used to come to our primary school, and sometimes, this is back in the day, obviously, they came to school on an elephant, which was, obviously in the days before health and safety, and was the most exotic thing we'd ever seen, and the kids were different and fun and interesting, but in our story, it starts off as a bit of a head-to-head conflict because we're all suspicious of each other.
This really happened.
Yeah, it did happen.
No high-vises, no hard hats.
As did the sledgehammer through the kitchen window.
Was that at home?
Yeah.
Because we were saying, is Rory little Hugh or is Hugh big Rory? I'm sure that you're a bit of both.
A bit of both. And I was saying to the children in one of these schools the other day when they were saying, how do you write? What would you recommend how to start writing? And I said, well, first of all, read a lot. And then secondly, do start with what you know. And once you start with what you know, then your imagination can take off, And so, yes, there's quite a lot of me in Rory, the big fella, the outsider, who actually, does eventually feel included and, finds his place in the gang.
And so Guy is his sort of techie friend.
Guy is his techie friend.
Did you have a Guy?
I had, yes, Guy. Yeah. Guy is a real person. He was up there. Well, there were two. There was Guy and Mark, and I've conflated them. One was really good with his soldering iron and his circuit boards, and the other was brilliant at making Airfix models, and I was absolutely rubbish at it.
So was I.
Yeah.
Bought them wasted so much pocket money on them, could never do the windows.
Oh, yeah, I know. And I always used to put the stickers in the wrong place.
Yeah, the decals.
Yeah. Oh, decals.
The decals.
Yeah.
You had to float them off the cardboard they came on in a saucer of warm water.
Yeah.
And like the guys of this world did it with tweezers.
Oh, they were so and I was so envious of his. He was so meticulous
So
and
adept.
he had all these sort of oil tankers and planes hanging from the ceiling of his bedroom.
And they look like they did in the shop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or on the side of the packet. Mine just looked like a mulch of glue.
I know. Oh my gosh. So this is the sequence, page 130. All right. So we're talking about Claire, who is Rory's big sister by 4 years. You know, Rory's a bit bored. They're at tea. I mean, just because he's bored. So he kicks Claire under the table. Ow! Because Claire kicked him back. Ow! Rory shrieked in agony, keeping an eye on his mother, just to say, it wasn't me. Look what's happening here. Who was peeling potatoes by the kitchen sink. Stop it, you two, she said firmly. But she kicked me, bleated Rory. He kicked her first. No, I didn't, exclaimed Claire. Claire, snapped Mum, you're old enough to know better. For heaven's sake. Ow! Yelled Rory again, even though nothing actually had happened. Nothing so much as a fly had touched him this time round. But Mum wanted to know. Stop it, both of you. Suddenly, Claire was out of her chair and round Rory's side of the table. She pulled his ears and dashed past him, making for the door in the corner of the kitchen that opened onto the garden. Furious Rory squealed like a stuck pig and, abandoning his soldiers, leapt up in hot pursuit. And then the sledgehammer comes in to play, and then the plate glass window gets smashed. And look, I've just written here in Sharpie, this just happened in our house.
Oh no! What? Oh no!
I mean, not the sledgehammer, but everything else had just happened, and Mum was in meltdown. And of course, what Mum then thinks is, what am I doing wrong? I'm such a bad mum. It's kids all the time.
Kids, yeah,
and they're kids 24 hours a day, and we're not parents 24 hours a day. It's not fair on the parents, is it?
You're absolutely right. So, good. I'm glad it's relatable and it wasn't just me.
Relatable? I was saying, where is he? I thought you were hiding under the desk just writing down what just happened in our house. And back to the elephant in the room. The elephant's Donna. Donna the elephant. And Donna ends up cleaning windows it's not a spoiler, cleaning windows for a living. What a perfect side hustle for an elephant.
I know, it's fantastic. And there's another little bit, which again, my friend Guy, it was lovely. Guy was my best mate when I was, 7, 8, 9. And then we lost touch for literally 40 years. Then he happened to move into my village. And so we've reconnected.
No.
And I was telling him about this story that I was going to write. And so I was asking him for reminders about what happened in our street. And I said, who lived in that spooky house up the road on the right that we, and he said, well, don't you remember we went and did odd jobs there? And I'd forgotten. And then, as he was reminding me, it all came flooding back. And there was a scary French lady who had it in for cats. And I won't go into the details of what happens, but anyway, she ended up, in real life, on the roof.
She's in the book. She's made it to the book.
Yeah, Madame Lowe. And she ended up on the roof of her house under siege. There was a siege and the police had to come. And in the end, the fire brigade had to hose her down. Encourage her to retreat and come down, through the skylight. So in my story,
down to cool her down, and also to get her down.
It was quite dramatic. I'd forgotten. It was the talk of Blackheath, and then and so in my story, it's Donna the elephant who hoses her down.
Look, it's not a short story. It's a good story. It's like a famous 5e kind of length of story.
Well, I'll take that. As a compliment.
Well, it reminded me of. It's so cool, man. It's so cool, and when I was reading this out to Tash, she said, read me some more. She said, you can just hear you. You can hear your voice, which is great, isn't it? That's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It builds to... there is a crescendo which builds to a climax. I always thought crescendo was a climax. It's not, is it? Crescendo is.
I think it's the way up to it.
Crescendo is the way up, isn't it? It's like I thought it was built. So there's a crescendo that gets to a climax, and it's the best wrapping up of the story from all cast members I've ever heard. Screaming. It's very Paddington-y. Have you learned stuff from being on those kind of movies?
I think I have. I think I'm having read so many scripts over the years. I'm not bad on structure and
dialogue. You're very good on.
Thank you. And I'm sort of learning a bit more about character. But I've not written a book like this, not in this form before. So I'm learning, and I've really, really, really enjoyed the process. And I'm about to start writing the second book.
Yeah, you are, aren't you? See, it's a 3-book deal.
Yeah.
Just back to TalkSport briefly. You said you're not a sporting guy. I thought you would like. I don't know why. I thought you would like sport.
Well, I do. No, I'm very much an armchair. I mean, the second.
That's what I mean.
Armchair
so
sportsman.
you're a fan?
Yes. I mean, I like watching it, but I'm not. I don't say, "Oh, I've got to go down the pub and talk about the latest match."
No, I'm saying I can't be bothered with that.
And I mean, I so admire people like yourself and Claire Balding. People who have all these facts and figures about sports and sports people at their fingertips.
That's why. By the way, Claire's on Traitors.
Is she?
Yeah,
oh, yes,
Claire's-
she is, isn't
Claire's
she?
one of
Oh,
the
yeah,
traitors,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you a fan?
I haven't caught up with this season yet, but I think
I've
it's
never seen Traitors.
Have you not? It's such a great concept. It's really intriguing.
And have you heard of Wink Murder then?
Oh, well, yeah, we used to play it in Downton Abbey.
Isn't
yeah.
that what Traitors is?
It's, well, yes and no. Actually, yeah, it's not
I've
a bad...
heard it is
It's like a
Traitors.
simplistic version of Traitors, yeah.
Okay, so or the Mafia game, or people call it other various other. Did you not think when you're doing it in Downton Abbey, this would make a great hit, massive TV show? We should do it.
What, winking?
Yeah, Wing Murder. That's what it is, isn't it?
I suppose so, but I think Traitors has gone to the next level with it.
We haven't talked about Downton Abbey, the grand finale. That has happened. 3 of those, 3 Paddingtons, 3 all. Let's go for the winner.
I think those days have gone. I mean, Downton was a great finale, but we'd been saying farewell for about 10 years.
Yeah.
And it's gone down really well with the fans and who it was really aimed at. So that's been really lovely. And Paddington, well, I'm sure Studio Canal will be making more and more and more. And there's Paddington the musical coming up, which I'm dying to see. I've heard it's in really great shape, so I'm going to go and see that in previews and give them my pennyworth and say, look, surely you should be doing this.
Bit of this, bit of that.
And why aren't I in it?
But where's that voice from? Well, how did you do that with your
I don't know. It was quite impressive, wasn't it?
Very good, isn't it?
It's like I smoke 80 a day.
Do you do that by going quieter, even though it sounds louder?
I think slightly. Yes, probably.
Oh my gosh! Right, so that's vintage Bonneville. So Traitors, you're going to watch. You're not in it. Paddington, that's done. Downton's done. We were talking to Joanna Lumley about her first ever gig. Right, the first word she ever said on screen, silver or small, and this is off the back of Michelle Pfeiffer, whose first ever on-screen words were in Fantasy Island.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Good Lord.
she had 5 words in Fantasy. I can't remember what they were. But we asked Joanna Lumley the same thing. So then we thought, this would be fun to play with Hugh.
Okay.
Okay, so what we've done is we've tracked down to win another plug of your book and whatever the heck else you like.
Okay.
We tracked down 3 lines from some really early stuff you did.
Oh my gosh.
Can you name what the film or TV show is? You ready to play?
Okay, let's go.
Here we go. Clip number 1.
All they want to publish now is chick lit and footballers' diaries. I can't do that. And who uses the word radical?
Freezing.
Freezing is the right answer. Let's hear it for Hugh Bonneville. 101 for identifying himself in the right production. All right.
Before we go on, Freezing was a really, really good show. It starred me and Elizabeth McGovern, who was playing herself in a sort of Curb Your Enthusiasm type way.
Fun.
And Tom Hollander as her agent. And we only did 3 episodes. It started, I think, on BBC 4, and then there were revolving doors, and it never got beyond 3 episodes. It was really good. And I played her publisher husband, didn't want to publish all this crap literature.
All right, so 1 out of 1. 2 more, you get another plug for your book, all right?
Okay, all right.
Okay, here we go.
Language is all very well, but it's not the only way of understanding each other. There's sight and smell and touch, of course.
Iris.
Hugh Bonneville as young John Bailey in Iris, is that
Iris
right?
with Kate Winslet, yeah, and Judi Dench and Jim Broadbent. I played the young Jim Broadbent.
25 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
That's mad, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
It's so mad that Iris is 25 years ago. If that comes up on Netflix or Amazon Prime now, you think, yeah, good. I haven't seen that since it came out, like 10, maybe 10, maybe 15.
Yeah.
25 years ago. All right, 2 out of 2. Okay, you are hurtling towards another plug for your book, Hugh Bonneville. Is this fun? I think this is fun.
This is a good game.
Okay,
Good game.
Here we go.
The shock will wear off, and it will be replaced by a devastating grief. In time, you'll come to terms with what you've done, and you'll just be very, very sad.
Oh my goodness me! You'll just be very.
Don't
very sad.
fall at the last hurdle. This is for another plug of your. This is for another plug of your book.
sure,
Hugh
sure,
Bonneville,
sure,
Rory
Chris, I'm trying
Sparkes,
to
and the
think.
elephant in the room.
In the end, you'll be very, very sad.
Would you like to hear it one more time?
Can I hear it one more time?
Sure you can.
The shock will wear off, and it will be replaced by a devastating grief. In time, you'll come to terms with what you've done, and you'll just be very, very sad.
If there's one you should get, it's probably this.
I'm
Because the
completely
title is in the
stumped.
line.
Very, very
Devastating grief.
devastating grief. What? Devastating.
It's Devastating Grief from 2005.
Well, I wasn't in a show called Devastating Grief in 2005. What?
Hugh Bonneville is Max in Devastating Grief. 2005.
I've no recollection.
It's a bogus clip. It's not Hugh Bogusville. It's Hugh Bonneville. I told you about this before.
Devastating. I wasn't in a show called Devastating Grief.
All right. Oh, Frank.
IMDb
Frank,
it.
it was all going so well. By the way, Frank's only on a temporary contract. There's no way to get. This is no way
He's
to get.
hiding under the desk.
He is. He should be. It's the silence.
Oh.
And that's all we want to hear from you,
Okay.
young man, for the rest of the day.
Okay, the silence. Yes, okay.
What was the silence?
Can't remember.
Can't remember. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? You know so much stuff.
The silence?
Yes.
Okay, was it a BBC show?
I don't know.
Oh,
No
I can't
idea.
remember. Anyways, it was very good.
Yes, very good. Okay, and you get a plug.
Can I get half a plug?
You get all the plugs. We got the question wrong. It's our fault. In fact, come on, Frank, come in here. You've got to plug Hugh's book now, because that was nearly a great quiz that we were going to do with every guest from now on. That was our pilot for that. We're never doing it again. Right, there you go,
Oh, he's
Frank.
coming in,
Pick
head
a
held
microphone.
low.
You're leaving. Go on. Go on.
Everybody should get this book. It's absolutely fantastic.
Well done.
Yeah, what's
the
it
correct
called?
answer.
It is
That's
called
what the-
Rory Sparkes
Yeah.
and the Elephant Room, and it is...
No, it's
in
not.
the room.
Oh
Elephant in the
my
room.
God. Frank, could it get any worse?
Can't get any worse
Now
than
listen,
this.
I was about to come on to that. There's not enough reading going on, and you can't read. So listen, we need to encourage young
Yeah.
readers, and more to the point, we need to encourage people to talk about reading.
Yes.
And Chris has been a great champion of literacy for so many years.
Yes,
and
I have.
and we're going
Well
to pass the
done, me.
baton on to the next generation.
Yeah, clearly I'm not living the message. I'm just giving the message. Get back in there.
Get back in your
and
box.
do some lines, right? Thank you very much. Round of applause for Frank. Round of applause for Frank. There you go. Round of applause for Frank on his last day at work. Well, I've seen about you today. Obviously, you came on the show, and I love you. I know. You know I love you. I really do love you. I genuinely, I think you're an amazing human being. I love being around you. I love the fact you come and see us.
Well, thank you.
I'm really grateful. And I was thinking about the way you straddle the two realms of the two main sort of categories of your juice, your acting juice, which is comedy and serious. And other people will get on a comedy flow and they go, I need to do something serious, okay, because otherwise I'm going to lose that kind of I don't know, connection. But you flip flop all the time, don't you? You really do.
Yeah, I've had it. Well, I've
People accept both aspects.
Yeah, which I feel very, very fortunate. I mean, we did this show originally called 2012 about the Olympics, and then W1A about my character at the BBC. And we've just finished doing 2026, which is about a major football tournament that's happening next year. And my character is parachuted into a major international football organisation, which I can't name, as head of integrity. And it's all about trying to organise the next World Cup. We're allowed to say World Cup once per episode, apparently. So we've just finished filming that, and so that's been the sort of comedy shot for this summer.
A dramedy. That'd be a comedy
It's
drama.
it's a sort of fly on the wall documentary.
And it's got a point of view as well.
Yes, and it's really about management and how people muck up meetings and to get themselves into
But then
scrapes.
you'll do soft, you'll do cozy, you'll do Paddington, you'll do Downton, and then you'll do like something spy, and people go like straight away. Absolutely no problem with that, Hugh. Whatever Hugh's doing today, we are watching.
Yeah, well, that's very,
It's cool,
very sweet.
isn't
I feel very fortunate. I've had a great time doing a show called The Agency on Paramount, which is
amazing.
It's a really great show with Michael Fassbender and the amazing Richard Gere, who I'm completely in love with, and also I did a few episodes of The Gentleman, which is Guy Ritchie's show.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's
You've
been
got
really
it all
fun.
in there, haven't
It's
you?
been really fun. Yeah,
I mean, you can't plan this kind of career.
No, and I think any actor who says, "Oh, I'm planning to do this," is a bit of a fibber, because we're all just on a cab rank principle. And
Is this the new series of The Gentleman?
Yes.
How
season
is
2.
it? When do we?
Great. I don't know. I think they're still filming now, so
I'm
it'll be out
gagging
some.
for that.
It's really,
I love
really
The
great.
Gentleman.
Yeah, I thought it was. The tone is so bonkers. It's lovely.
Can you give us a sense of anything that happens?
Only that it's sort of bigger and grander and more international and
I cannot wait.
darker and funnier.
What about American stuff? What about do you do like anything Ozarky or Breaking Baddy, or do you get over there and do stuff?
No, I
over
don't.
there?
I'm so happy and lucky to work as much as I do in the UK. I've never really had a hankering to work in the States, much as I love their produce. So I'll work wherever the work takes me. But at the moment, I'm just based here, and I love it.
And when it comes to writing your kids' books, and book one is out now. Hugh Bonneville, Rory Rory Sparkes and The Elephant in the Room, and you're about to start writing book number 2. Would that be something you do in the downtime, not Downton, but the downtime, Abbey, when you're on set? Because you can read, because there's a lot of waiting around. It's hurry up and wait.
It is hurry up and wait. But no, I do need a little bit of focus and time. And I did a film about Roald Dahl a couple of years ago called To Olivia. And so I did a lot of research on him. And he used to spend he famously had the hut with the yellow door where he'd go and write.
Still there, isn't it?
Yeah. He'd write for 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the afternoon. And I remember sitting down to write this book thinking, lightweight, I can do 8 hours a day, surely.
Good luck with that.
But actually, your creative juices or the best work you do is probably in 2 hour chunks.
Yeah.
The rest, I tried to write for 6 or 7 hours once, and you read it through the next day and you think,
absolute rubbish.
No, only about 80 or 70% of that is any good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a warm-up. It's like a 15, 20 minute sort of cognitive warm-up. Then you hit the ground and it starts to flow, and then you can feel it fall off, and then you stop. And then I suppose what you could do in your downtime, Abbey, would be editing, because editing is fun, isn't it?
It is, but
I loved editing.
Yeah, I don't know there's a danger, though, of course, that you never then progress forward.
It's never finished, yeah.
No, and so you spend your whole time editing the same chapter. So
yeah.
I got quite disciplined about just get it down and then come back to it at the end of the week or something, and then read through it.
And that's why editors are worth their weight in gold.
Well, they are. And what is your process when you write?
Well, I can't do it anymore because I do this show. So because for me it's early mornings. I'm useless anyway. Just tune in every day between 6, 8 and 10. You can hear this desperation on the air. But in the morning for me, it's all about in the morning. Cognitive thing is all. If I could rearrange my school life, it would be let's start at 6. Go till 10 and then get it over with. Some people it's the opposite. I'm a lark. I'm not a night owl. And I used to love it, but it was exhausting. I've written 4 books now / 5 books, and I wrote in the garage. I got a nice garage. I did different garage now, but I used to have a lovely garage with a sofa in it, kettle, little sort of drink station, and but I used to come out there. I was broken. Forget marathons. Proper writing is exhausting.
And were you disciplined about doing it every day?
Had to be. No way, it can't be a choice. If it's a choice, you're gonna. It's an anything but thing, is it? Procrastination.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah.
So Tom Courtenay famously learnt a different skill on every movie he did. Like he learned to play the saxophone once. That was a way of, because it's a lot of waiting time. What do you do?
Oh my gosh, I am absolutely. Well, I feel pathetic. In fact, Tom Courtenay, isn't he a ukulele player? Am I right in saying?
Ukulele, saxophone, all whilst he's was making lots of things.
I remember having this strange lunch once. It was Russ Abbott, Harry Hill, and Tom Courtenay, and they suddenly all brought out their ukuleles. It was amazing. That's what had bonded them.
Have you ukuleled?
I have. Well, I did try actually in a pilot.
Look at his face. The smile.
I did try. I did once a pilot in America for David E. Kelley, the great American writer who created Ally McBeal and various others, Boston Legal, and he cast me as a singing, dancing, ukulele playing Chicago lawyer.
Right.
Didn't get picked up, but the pilot was quite enjoyable, and so I did have to learn a bit of ukulele. But I've got 2 left hands or 2 left feet, whatever you want to call it, and I'm just not a musician. I just wish I had that part of the brain that could. I know you can learn it, but I'm not right. So to answer your question, I used to do tapestry back in the day.
Right.
And in between setups and all that sort of thing on set, but I got a bit bored with that. But on Downton, because there were so many of us, we just all chat or play bananagrams.
By the way, how great is bananagrams?
It's a great
It's the
game.
best game in the world.
Yeah.
Bit of Uno, bit of bananagram in. Have you ever worked with Janet Lumley?
I did, yes. She produced a show I did called The Casalettes, which was based on a series of books, and I did a hike across the South Downs for charity in support of the Gurkhas, and she sort of we were called Lumley's Lads, and so we did get her on our T-shirt, which gave us inspiration.
She's great, isn't
She's an amazing lady.
She's going back to Ireland to film Wednesday for 8 months. She's this huge big hit now.
Yeah.
I'd love to see you and her in something. There's loads of people because you come in, you lot come in here, you land here, and you can smell who is cut from the same cloth. Richard E. Grant and Rupert Everett, we desperately wanted them to be in something together, because they come in and you go, you should be in something together, and you, Joanna, should definitely be in something together.
Well, that would be. I'd love that. But wouldn't those two be two North Poles? Because they're quite similar, aren't they?
Well, we'd find out though, wouldn't we? Is anybody similar really to anybody else? Are you actually similar to yourself?
Oh,
on a daily basis.
That's quite heavy for 9:48.
Yeah, but we've only got 10 minutes left. We've been here since. We've annoyed them enough, and if they're still listening now, they could put up with anything. That's for sure. But you've hooked a lot of people in, so thanks to you for coming in again. This book is great. I can highly recommend it. It's a couple on from a picture book, but it's a great story. It's very easy to follow. Everybody's very relatable.
Who would you say is the reading age group roughly?
Well, it depends, doesn't it? Because my 13-year-old would love this book because it's his kind of book. It's not about the age; it's about the brain.
Yeah.
And you allude to that. Because Rory's like that, isn't he, at school?
Yeah.
His imagination is almost too vivid for a formal education. Mm-hmm. He's too clever for his own good, in that particular environment.
Yeah.
So this would appeal to my 13-year-old Eli, and it would also appeal to my 7-year-old Walt, but maybe not Boo, who's his twin, because she's a bit more serious about things.
That's
I don't
interesting.
know.
Yeah.
But you see, all you do is just keep feeding stuff up to the kids and go, have a bit, or just leave it where they might find it.
Yeah.
Because like somebody said earlier on, if you try and make somebody read something or make somebody have fun, it's never going to happen.
That's never going to work. No.
But by the way, I've been trying it for years.
Reverse psychology. Yeah. Don't read this.
So when do you start the next one again?
Well, I'm meant to start on Monday.
What do you mean you meant to start on Monday?
I'm meant to start on Monday.
Okay, let's try it again. When you start the next book?
Monday.
Monday,
yeah.
great. Perfect. I'm sure whoever it is will be thrilled to hear that.
Yes, Bloomsbury will be delighted.
Bloomsbury,
yay!
Let's hear it for Hugh Bonneville. Come on, everyone.
Thank you.
What's it again, Frank?
Rory Sparkes and the elephant in the room.
Yay!
Well done, Frank. I'll give him another go. Don't sack him.
Virgin Radio.